Welcome, dear seekers and readers. The world has become an intense and frightening place for many. As the flow of high-frequency energy expands, it is serving to expose and manifest dense energies that have long been simply ignored or covered up, both personally and globally. There are a few who feel empowered by these energies and are choosing to act on them rather than allowing them to simply move through and clear. Earth's recent solar flares are manifestations of the increasing presence of the high-resonating frequencies now integrating physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually in every person. At the same, these high frequencies are opening many more eyes to concepts of separation that have long been accepted as being right and normal. Many of you are experiencing episodes of depression, anxiety, anger, sadness, and doubt that seem to come from nowhere. You may find yourself looking back at the past with longing, or you may be becoming more judgmental and negative. These are all old energies flowing, though, as they clear. You are personally and collectively clearing centuries of living fully from a consciousness of separation. These emotions were often necessary for survival and as a result are now firmly established in almost everyone's consciousness as being normal and real. Do not claim them as yours. Thoughts, feelings, and emotions of a negative nature are not, never have been, and never could be yours personally. Because you are divine consciousness individualized, the only qualities that are ever really yours are God qualities: harmony, joy, life, intelligence, abundance, completeness, peace, etc. Never deny the negative emotions that may arise or pretend a state of consciousness where they do not exist that you have not yet attained, but rather simply allow them to flow through while recognizing them for what they are: suggestions from the three-dimensional collective. Remember, whatever you believe is being personally yours and who you are, I am sick, I am poor, I am stupid, etc., becomes yours because you are creators creating from the state of your consciousness. There are times when you must deal with issues that come from living in third-dimensional energy. Without guilt or a sense of spiritual failure when you have a problem of some sort, allow intuition to guide you to whatever human footsteps may be appropriate. See the doctor, lawyer, or professional, but always first know the truth that the omnipresent divine consciousness or God cannot, does not, and never has created or manifested as anything other than the fullness of itself. Over lifetimes of ignorance, the creations of duality, separation, and two powers have accumulated, expanded, and solidified in Earth's collective consciousness, which is what human minds draw from. These ancient energies must surface and clear as the ascension process proceeds. Recognize their manifestations for what they are without endowing them with power. Change is coming on all levels. Be prepared, always remembering that good material appearances are just as illusory as bad ones. You are going to see many generally accepted traditions of belief and practice begin to crumble. Hold fast to the truth and go within, often simply to rest in oneness, listening for the still small voice that in reality is the voice of your real self. Because God is infinitely expressing its omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient self, meditation is somewhat like eavesdropping on God. It is quietly and confidently listening to the divine consciousness within express itself, which you may or may not always be consciously aware of. Let go of any and all previous concepts about how this inner connection should manifest. It may come as a feeling or knowing, or it may seem as if nothing at all has happened, but always know that every intention and action for spiritual alignment makes a connection, because if God was separate from you, you would not exist. Practice silently and secretly, acknowledging the real nature or divinity of every person, those you like and those you don't, those caught up in lives of separation, and those trying to harm others physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. This does not mean you must like them or their actions, it means that you see though the human appearance to reality. Even those who are loving and kind are not in and of themselves good, but rather are allowing the God qualities within them to flow out. False concepts and beliefs must first play out materially in order to be really seen and moved beyond by the majority. The three-dimensional world has built a consensus consciousness that allows people to do whatever they believe they must do in order to be happy and fulfilled, regardless of how it may affect others. Many commonly accepted beliefs based in separation continue to be promoted as truth by governments, some organized religions, and self-serving individuals. Never doubt that the divine plan is alive and well, bringing about the demise of that which is quickly becoming obsolete on Earth as an evolving planet. Activities supported by individuals, organizations, businesses, religions, governments, and all who seek power over others. These things have held mankind in bondage and ignorance of their true self for eons. The time has come for the people of Earth to wake up from a very long dream. As part of this process, much is coming that will bring about confusion, questioning, and doubt, but at the same time will awaken a sleeping majority to levels of awareness not seen on Earth in a very long time. Be an observer. Earth is a pure high-resonating planet formed in and of divine mind and cannot be destroyed or eliminated by human egos deluded with personal power and greed, even though it may seem that way. Hold the truth, dear ones, and be the light you came to be. Allow the process.